very much for showing interest in Sense India Foundation's script writing course. Well, I'm Bapu Sarvagod. I'm a filmmaker and founder and director of this organization called Sense India Foundation Media Research and Education Forum. Screenplay writing and concept development workshop. See, initially what we are trying to explain in this workshop is about how to write and develop your own stories, and it's a screenplay. So first thing is we will have to understand what is an idea, how to develop idea into full-fledged idea, from that idea how to convert into the concept, and from the concept how to convert into the whole story. It's a technical and scientific process, and step by step, once you have understood that how to construct the story and how to construct its structure, then you will have to understand that how to develop that structure into the screenplay. So all the films are written scene by scene, so you will able to understand that how to think visually, how to think for the cinema, how to visualize cinema, and how to visualize your story for the screenplay. And in these things you will be able to understand your creative potentials, your intellectual ability, and once you have understood that you have a particular thought process, you have a particular ideas, you have a particular content to express on the paper, then we will teach you how to extract that content on the paper, how to create your own story, how to write it on the paper, and how to develop author inside you. So, attending this certificate course or a crash course in a film or screenplay writing, you will confidently write your own screenplay, you can confidently develop your stories, you can confidently create your own content for ready to get published and to make the film productions. So, in the course of script writing, what we are going to understand? See, cinema is a very vast and it's a very creative field, but unless if there is no proper paperwork, there is no proper script, no film is going to work on the screen. And that's why we need to understand the academic way of a script writing, in which we need to understand what is an idea, how to convert idea into screenplay. And before screenplay, we must know how to convert idea into concept, from the concept how to create the effective story, and from the story you can create a novel, and from the novel you can adopt it into the original screenplay. See, if we are going to write a screenplay or a story or any kind of a creative content, we must know that what is a basic qualification for any kind of a writer or a script writer or a content writer. See, if you are a person having a particular experience in the life, it means you have your own analysis, your own ideology, your own thinking process within your heart, within your brain, within your mind. And there is no as such a rule that particularly what kind of experience you should have, or what kind of educational background you should have, or what kind of a social background you need to have. So what we have to understand is whatever experience do we have and whatever things do we have with us, we must think about that thing and how we can derive a content from that particular experience. So you directly cannot write a screenplay, or you directly cannot make a film without a realization about what is a storytelling. So storytelling is what? It's a ancient art of communication, ancient art of expressions. If you know that you want to entertain the people, or you want to enlighten the people, you want to give some sort of a direction to the humanity, you need to have your own plan, you need to have your own composition of expressions. And before that thing, we must understand that what is an idea you are thinking about in your mind. So initially, if you have a strong concept or an idea or a vague story, you'll have to understand that how you can frame that particular idea or that particular concept in particular frame. So if you have an idea or particular thought or some kind of a vague picture in your mind, you need to hold it. You need to identify the particular seed within that idea. So as a script writer, you don't have to go to any big universities, or you don't have to read a lot of literature or a lot of understanding of the life. Think about what are the things you are having in your own mind. And for that thing, what you can do, you simply keep writing your thoughts on paper. Most of the time, what happens that people keep thinking for years, for days, for months, and they do not write that idea on the paper. So the most important aspect in the beginning of a script writer or a story writer is to write down your own idea on paper. It doesn't matter whether it's grammatically correct, whether there should be a strong vocabulary or not. In a whatever way you can express your idea, if you can draw your idea, if you can make the sketches of your idea, you simply make it on paper. Because see, it's a science. When you actually write a story or a text or a written material, there are a lot of technical and creative process happens in your brain. And that's why it's very, very important to write in our particular force. And once you have got your first page or a first paragraph, automatically you are going to develop that paragraph or a page into the full story. So before going to understand the story writing and a screenplay, we will have a focus and we will try to understand what is an idea. See, you know what Albert Einstein used to say, that imagination is more important than innovation. Because whatever word, whatever concept, whatever things you are looking into these words, that is basically a projection of somebody's idea. So somewhere somebody got an idea, somebody got some thought, and out of that thought or an idea, they have developed, they have gone through the particular process of idea to develop into the concept. So conception is a very, very important aspect. Dear friends, if you have some idea, first thing is to understand that what is the value of that idea. Because if you know that you have a particular idea, maybe for a feature film, maybe for a novel, maybe for an apartment, maybe for some business, everything is a projection of an idea. So cinema is what? Cinema is a projection of well programmed idea, well programmed, well designed, well performed and well executed idea. So don't directly start writing your screenplay. First try to understand that what is the importance of your idea. If you have a strong idea, if you know that there is some value, some particular value, that may be an emotional value, social value, religious value, environmental value, educational value, scientific value, material value. So if you know that you are the only person who can evaluate and you know that your film, your idea is about a feature film or for a particular subject, particular kind of a genre of the cinema, then whatever way you can write it on paper, you simply write. And that's why if you know that you have a strong idea or you have a strong concept, then the next stage is to convert idea into the concept. So many people make the films without converting idea into the concept. See, every idea can be attractive, idea can be very impressive, valuable, but unless if you don't convert your concept, it's not going to work, or it will be not having a solid content, or that idea will not execute the particular logic. So logically you will have to convert your idea into strong concept. So if you are going to write a story, or you have an idea about a love story or a crime story or a science fiction or whatever genre. So as earlier we have discussed that how to evaluate an idea. If you are going to discuss with your friends or your colleagues or your family, they may not have a clear picture about a valuation of your idea. So primarily it's not necessary to discuss the story or idea with your friends or your colleagues. Initially you should have a faith, you should have a confidence, you should have belief in your idea. And ultimately, if you know that your idea is an excellent idea for making a film or developing into the story, then for some days or some time you spend time to develop your idea. See, gradually idea looks like an amoeba. It doesn't have any shape, it doesn't have any form, it doesn't have any particular colors, but there is the existence of an idea. Like in the universe, there is the existence of each and every planet, each and every human being, each and every idea, and there is no particular form or there is no particular shape. The shape and the form and the particular thing will be getting a form when it is converted into the concept. So initially, try to develop your idea in a gradual process, because you will not find the immediate result or immediate picture of your idea. It's a process, and it depends on your personality, it depends on your mood, it depends on your seriousness and your dedication to the subject. You will get some references, you may go to the particular area, you may meet the people, you may try to understand what is your idea. Because An action with idea may be interesting, but not necessarily it will be very meaningful. So if you want to create a story or a cinema or a screenplay with a meaningful concept, then you will have to spend some time on your idea.